Welcome, virtual friends. You ever have those days where, no matter how determined you start out, after a little while, you just want to quit? Maybe it's at work, in a project, or even tackling some personal goal. You're cruising along, but suddenly the motivation fades. The voice in your head whispers, "You've done enough. It's time to call it a day. You can finish tomorrow." Yeah, I've been there too. And on those days, there's one thing that keeps me going. Tough love motivational videos. You know the kind I'm talking about, right? The ones that don't pull any punches and just tell you to get on with it. My favorite? Do It Alone by Ardus. I stumbled on it recently, but I've been hooked ever since. Some days we all need that no-nonsense reminder. That extra push when the inner voice is telling you to give up. On those days, Do It Alone becomes my lifeline. It reminds me that no one else is going to do the work for me, whether it's finishing that project, pushing through a challenge, or staying consistent with my goals. It's all on me. And that's the truth, isn't it? No one else can walk the path for us. We've got to show ourselves that we have the grit, the determination, and the fire to keep going. We've got to be our own heroes. But here's the twist. While the title is Do It Alone, the reality is we don't actually do anything alone. Sure, I'm the one putting in the effort, but I've got this invisible support system pushing me forward. That's why I turn to those speeches and stories. It's not just about doing the work, it's about feeding off the energy and inspiration from the people around us, even if we can't see them. And that's where videos like Ardus's come into play. They help me realize that, while I'm doing the work alone, I'm never really alone. I'm part of a larger community, a community of people who are clawing their way out of tough situations, overcoming obstacles, and facing their own challenges. When I read comments from people fighting through months of rehab, conquering long-term struggles, or hitting personal milestones, I know I'm part of something bigger. Have you heard the bundle of sticks fable? It's a classic story that teaches the value of unity and cooperation. In the fable, a father gives his sons a bundle of sticks and asks them to break it. Despite their strength, they can't break the bundle when it's tied together. But when the father separates the sticks, they snap easily. The moral is simple: we're stronger when we're united. The same concept applies to us. While it feels like we're often pushing through life's challenges alone, we're actually part of something much bigger. The strength of the community, the shared experiences, and the stories of others all help us carry on. That's why Do It Alone has an impact on me. It's true. We have to walk our own path, but we're surrounded by invisible threads of support, even if we don't always notice them. Take the metaphor of the eagle in Do It Alone. The eagle flies solo, right? It doesn't need to be part of a flock to know its power. But even though eagles soar alone, they still share the sky with other eagles, even if they don't always see each other. They're part of something larger, even when they seem to be flying solo. That's the point. Whether you're tackling a tough project, overcoming a personal challenge, or simply getting through the day, you might feel like you're doing it all by yourself, but you're not. You're part of a community of people fighting their own battles, pushing their own limits. We're like that bundle of sticks. Each stick might seem fragile on its own, but together we're unbreakable. And that's the beauty of it. We push forward alone, but we're fueled by the strength of others, even if we don't realize it. The comments on videos, the stories we hear, the people who fought their own battles and came out the other side, they're the ones lifting us up. So next time you're facing a tough situation, whether it's a challenge at work, a personal goal, or even just making it through the day, remember, you're never really alone. Just like the eagle flying high, you're sharing the sky with others who are on their own journeys. You might not know their story, but they're pushing through just like you. We're all part of this invisible network, people striving, pushing, and climbing upward. Whether it's through Ardus's videos or someone sharing their journey in the comments, there's always support to lean on, even if you can't see it. At the end of the day, you've got to put in the work. You've got to walk the path. But you're never really alone. You've got an entire community soaring with you, lifting you higher, even when you don't realize it. So the next time you feel like quitting or like you're stuck, remember, your only limit is you, but you're not the only one. You've got a whole community backing you up. Together, we rise to heights we couldn't reach on our own. And still I rise. Have a fabulous day.